the issue. I always tell the story that when my brother started telling us he was 26, he called me to join him. I was 24. And so for almost 30 years, we were doing it. So I think I know where the shoe pinches as far as the young lawyer is concerned, particularly the one who was set out on his own very early or her own. You have to have tools to work with. You have to be empowered. And I'm not talking about welfare, the MBA welfare. Welfare is welfare that I'm referring to is the one that will take you the whole hog, because we're in this thing for the long run. I always tell people, let me give you some context. When 9/11 happened 20-something years ago, the office I occupy today in my job is the same space I am in. I still am occupying 20-something years ago. So that tells you that time, 9/11 is like yesterday, but 20 plus years have passed. I'm still in legal practice. So, young lawyer, 20 plus years forward, you will still be, by the grace of God, in legal practice. And you need staying power, you need equipment to move forward. I asked the organizers to kindly help me circulate an article that showed up in The Economist recently. And this is the reason why Lenny Silk I decided to give out that article. Is something about artificial intelligence and the fact that artificial intelligence may very well do away or get rid of legal practice as we know it today. Food for thought. Maybe true, may not be true, but read it and see what we mean. So when you think about the fact that artificial intelligence is here to stay, and that, in fact, that article believes that one of the most threatened professions is actually law, right? So it behoves on us to begin to think ahead. What are the new skills that we need to? What are the new skills that we need to acquire for us to continue to remain relevant? So if we are still talking about, some of us are still saying CAC is gone. Gone. And I'm not saying gone like the way Ashwadu said subsidy is gone. So don't be scared. But CAC, I don't know how many of you are following AI. ChatGPT. How many of you are following? If we're talking about just review of documents, I predict, and if I don't need to predict, in another 5 years, it will not be necessary to hire a lawyer who is reviewing documents. The machine will do it with 99% accuracy. So we need to redefine how we practice law. In Kenya branch, in Lagos, about the 4th largest branch of the Nigerian Bar Association, we must come together and say, what is law practice going to look like in another 10 years? So after we do the mentorship session, and unfortunately not enough time, but I think Lenny Silk has touched on very key points. I can leave it at that. We need to now drop some nuggets, some other nuggets, something that will also equip you for practice as we think it will be in the future, which is why we decided to, as this session B, have a session on international trade law, where I called on a few people to say, can you come and talk to the young lawyers here? And by the way, young lawyer is now an expression that covers all of us. We're all young lawyers. We don't agree. Everything young lawyer. Some people have been calling me and complaining, what's going on? So, we wanted to introduce to you international trade law. It might be relevant to 10, 20, 30 of us, but let us put it in your hands. You decide what to do with it. Nigeria has signed up to the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. It means that the continent is going to become one market. There is going to be eventually one currency. So think of Europe. That is the destination as far as Africa is concerned. Legal services will travel across the continent as goods and services. So we must begin to think, what will law look like going forward? this is just one area that we're going to touch on. So I'm still in mentorship mode. I'm saying that we must embrace these new areas. The MBA Institute of Continuing Education has been running seminars. Joanna is here, our chairman. I always say that if there's anything I'm proud of after being president of the bar, is that we reignited our ICLE. At least you guys will confirm that. Yes. Right? We have awakened the profession again to the need for continuing legal education, for continuing professional development. That is the only way the profession can grow. And I'm so delighted when I get the feedback that 5,000 people registered for an intellectual property seminar. 13,000 were for civil and criminal litigation. I am so proud of the MBA. 13,000. That is as many people who attend annual general conference logged in for the training on civil and criminal litigation. So I'm saying that, and by the way, round of applause for Mr. Eric. I'm saying that this is something that the young lawyers must imbibe. When we talk about prospects and challenges, I know what the challenges are. We come here and we tell you every day you must specialize. So I agree, if you specialize, you can go hungry very quickly in this jurisdiction. So we have to, like the Americans say, you have to walk and chew gum. You must be able to do more than one thing. You say, okay, you're a generalist, but keep your eye on one area. You must be known for something, niche area that you are known for, so that you struggle until we get to the time where specialization can pay. You know what I mean? But for now, keep your eye on those areas. So there are many prospects. You're still in the largest economy in Africa, and you're still slumbering. So there are many prospects, many things that we must do. However, before I close session A, I want to tell you something. One thing I realized, and I have said this before, and this is me advising young lawyers. I quickly identified that the business model of the Nigerian lawyer runs at variance with the business model of the Nigerian businessman or the Nigerian entrepreneur. While the business lawyer wants to make sure that his client goes to court, the businessman does not want to go to court. Now, we must wear the cap of dispute avoidance as against dispute resolvers. So, we will always go to court. There will always be those instances where you must go to court. Litigation will continue to be necessary. But we must understand that your client really doesn't have the time to sit around the court. So don't think that you are losing money because you haven't gone to court. There are other ways of making money from that client, from that business, without having to be in court and waiting for transport allowance for court appearance. The mindset, I was telling somebody the other day, Dangote built a refinery, President just commissioned it. How many Nigerian lawyers were part of the conceptualization or of the commission? Let me tell you, the ones who helped with land acquisition, then did the agreement between Dangote and Money, right? Then after that, maybe one or two others, the rest have gone home to wait, say, there was some quarrel. Say, you know, go too hard, just now, just like go call us. Dangote doesn't want to quarrel. Dangote wants you, lawyer, to arrange the paperwork in such a way that there is no need to quarrel. The agreement will be clear. So there's no need to quarrel. So we must put on that hat. This is we're talking about prospects. Put on that hat so that we can participate more in the value chain. Rather than just wait for them to quarrel, they will now come to court. Again, as you all know, I am not knocking litigation. My law firm were 102 lawyers. There are 35 litigators in my law firm, 3 senior advocates. Litigation will continue. But I am saying that we must, for us to get more, we must look on the other side of the fence. So, I thank you. I want to ask that you listen attentively when we move into the next session, where we'll be talking about international trade law. I am hoping that somebody here will benefit something from it and move on and establish their practice in that area. The only other thing that I would like to say is that one last thing I want to say is, when we study law, I'm relatively, like I said, I'm a young lawyer, but this is my 30th year as a lawyer. The resources that are available to you today, we did not have. My phone is a library, not to talk of iPad. You are a moving library. You have access to knowledge, and we are knowledge merchants. So, parting short to this mentorship session, I would ask that you guys do more. I agree. We have been battling with those who superintend our tertiary education regulation in Nigeria. We have been telling the NUC, we have been telling the Council of Legal Education to look again at the content. But really, guys, the world of the people today, you have everything on your fingertips. No excuse, really. No excuse. So I would tell you, please do more to make yourself, to empower yourself with knowledge. And, create a niche for yourself so everybody says, that guy is an oil and gas lawyer, that guy is a telecoms lawyer, we know him, we've seen what he has done, and project yourself. Write articles. Put them where we will see them. If they don't meet and hid under the bushel, of no use to anybody, as the Bible says. So please do that. And I'm glad that the chairman of the ICA is here. I will sit down with him and the FDA Ikeja branch chairman and work out how, branch by branch, that institute should be able to come and work with branches on areas that are critical to extending the frontiers of legal practice. So chairman is here, Slovenia is here, we will all sit down and try and establish that. That's the best kind of welfare, I assure you, that any lawyer can hope for. So I thank you very much, and I want to, on your behalf, thank our speakers in session A, and that's why you give them a round of applause. I'm really informed that Mr. Shiro has been really under the weather. I'm so sorry, ma'am, for dragging you out, but thank you very much. And the way we're going to do it, we will, because I know